Hello everyone, welcome back in my accountancy class for HS first year commerce. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of you for your result in HSLC final exam and best of luck for the future. So, as we have already discussed some of the important topic from our first chapter in accountancy, that is what is transactions, then what is double entry system of bookkeeping or accounting, and what is journal. So in those classes I have discussed in detail what is journal. That is, journal is the first books of account of business. That means when we have to do any transaction, when we done any transaction, then the transaction first should be recorded in the books of account, and the first books of account of the business is journal. Why there is a need for recording of business transaction? Because in business transaction there is continuous transaction by the businessman, so it is not possible for the businessman to record all this transaction in his memory. So in order to avoid this problem, or after doing all the transaction, in order to find the true profit or loss earned by the business, we have to record all this transaction in certain books of account. And there are mainly three books of account for the business. That is, one is journal and another is ledger, and then trial balance. Okay, so first we have to record transactions, whatever the transactions in terms of money, because the transactions, the events that are measurable in terms of money are called transactions. So the transaction means the certain events which are measured in terms of money. So whenever there is any transaction, we should first record it in journal, then ledger, and then trial balance. And after preparing the trial balance, we can find the profit or loss of the business by preparing another account which is called true profit and loss account. Okay, so the first step for recording is the journal, that we have already discussed. Journal. So what is journal? Journal is a books of original entry. Why it is original entry? Because the transactions are first recorded in journal. So journal is a books of original entry, which is in which we record all the transaction in chronological order. That means date wise, by debiting the one aspect and crediting the another aspect. Okay, and I have also shown the format of journal. So in that class, in today's class, we are going to record some of the transactions in journal. That means we first identify the transactions, then we have to find out the two main accounts of the transactions, then we have to apply the golden rules of debit and credit, and then we can record only in journal. So today I will show you how we can record the transactions in our journal. So first of all, I will write the transactions that we are going to record in journal in board, and then we will prepare a journal and then show how we can record these transactions in journal by following double entry system of accounting. Okay, whenever we have to record, we have to follow the double entry system of accounting, which means that for every transaction we have to record the two aspects. One is debit and another is credit. So from every transaction we have to find the two accounts. So first I am writing these transactions in the board, and all of you should note it in your copy. Then I will discuss, then I will show how we can record these transactions in journal. Enter the following transactions. Enter the following transactions in the journal of Mr. Kumar Mehta. Okay, so Mr. Kumar Mehta, is the person who is doing the business. That means the name of the businessman is Mr. Kumar Mehta. Okay, so what are the transactions? First one, I'm writing the first date, April 2020. Okay, that means all the transactions that we have to record is happened in the month of April 2020. So what is the first transaction? April 4, purchased goods for cash. Purchased goods for cash, rupees 7,000. That is our first transaction, that is happened on 4th April 2020. Then April 5, what is the transaction? Purchased furniture for cash. Purchased furniture for cash, rupees 3,000. Purchased furniture for cash, rupees 3,000. Next, purchased furniture on credit. On credit means any transaction can be done in two ways. One is cash and another is credit. So cash means whenever we will pay all the money of the transaction at it immediately. Okay, that means আমরা যখন কোনো কিছু ক্যাশে পারচেজ করি, this is called cash transaction, and যে সময় আমরা কোনো কিছু বাকিতে পারচেজ করি, this is called credit transaction. So purchase furniture on credit from Messrs Farnico. That means the purchased furniture on credit from Messrs Farnico. Messrs Farnico means an organization, that means one shop. Okay, so it is the shop from which the person is purchased furniture on credit, and the amount of the furniture was rupees 2,000. This is our third transaction that happened on 6th of April 2020. That is the purchased furniture on credit. That means the Mr. Kumar Mehta bakite furniture purchase করেছেন কোন দোকান থেকে? Messrs Farnico, and the cost of the furniture is rupees 2,000. Next, April 7, bought goods for cash from Borun, rupees 5,000. Okay, this is our fourth transaction. That means on April 7, 2020, Mr. Kumar Mehta bought goods, that means goods purchase করেছেন, bought goods for cash, that means cash transaction from Barun, rupees 5,000. Next, purchased stationery items for cash, rupees 300. For rupees 300. Okay, so these are the 5 transactions that is given in our book, and we have to record this transaction in our books of account, the first books of account, that is journal. Okay, so in the question, that is enter the following transactions in the journal of Mr. Kumar Mehta. That means the This name of the businessman is Mr. Kumar Mehta, and whose business is that? It is the business of Mr. Kumar Mehta. So in the top of the journal we have to write the name of the business. Okay, so in the top we have to write the name of the person whose business and whose transaction we are going to record. Okay, so the name of the businessman is Mr. Kumar Mehta. Then what are the transactions that is given on April 2020? That means all the transactions are from April month in the year 2020. And what is the first transaction? The first transaction is that purchased goods for cash rupees 7,000. So the first transaction is that the purchased goods for cash, that means goods purchased koreche cashe worth rupees 7,000. Next, purchased furniture for cash rupees 3,000. That means whenever we have to do business and we will do business, we need certain furniture, because without furniture we cannot do our business, and it is the use for the business. The furniture is used by the business, so it is the asset of the business. So in order to doing a business, there is a need for furniture and other assets. So it is purchased by the Mr. Mehta worth rupees 3,000. Then this furniture is purchased for cash. That means a furniture ta uni cash purchase korechen. Next, on April 6, Mr. Mehta purchased another furniture on credit. That means the second furniture was purchased on credit. That means bakite purchase korechen. So from Messrs. Farnico. So Messrs. Farnico means je shomoy amra kono furniture kinbo, kono ekta particular dokan theke kinbo, and the name of the shop is Messrs. Farnico, and the rupees worth rupees 2,000. That means furniture price 2,000. Next, bought goods for cash from Borun. That means abar goods purchase korechen kar kaছ থেকে Boruner থেকে worth rupees 5,000. And the last one is the purchase stationery items for cash rupees 300. What is the stationery items? So whenever we will do business, there is a need for like pen, paper, pencil, scale, paperweight, stamp, marker, etc. These are the stationery items. Okay, these items are not for sale. It is used by the businessman in order to do a business. So these are the items which we called stationery items. So it is used by the business for doing the business. So whatever the items is business is used by the business for doing the business is called asset. So the fifth transaction is that purchase stationery items. That means Mr. Kumar Mehta কিছু stationery items purchase করেছেন, like pen, paper, pencil, stapler, marker, etc. for cash rupees 300. So these are the 5 transactions we have to record in journal. And how we can record it? We can record it by following double entry system of accounting. Remember, in our accounting, when we will record transaction, we have to follow double entry system of accounting. That means from every transaction we have to identify the 2 accounts. We have to identify the 2 accounts, and then we can identify the what type of account is that, whether it is a personal account, it is a real account, or it is a nominal account. And then we will apply the golden rule of debit and credit, and which is called the process of journalizing. I think all of you have remembered that I have discussed in my last class. It is the process of journalizing. The first step is that from every transaction we have to identify 2 account heads. Then second steps, we have to find out what type of account is that, whether it is a personal account, whether it is a real account, and whether it is a nominal account. And then we will apply the golden rule of debit and credit. This is the process of journalizing. Okay, so all of you should note it in your copy. Note these 5 transactions in your copy. Okay, so let's start the solution. So I'll draw the journal first. this is the format of journal. I think all of you have remembered in our last class. So the first one is the date. It is the date column, then particulars, then it is a journal, so we have to write LF, amount, sorry, it is the credit, debit. Okay, so in double entry system there are two account heads, two aspects of account. One is debit and another is credit. So it is debit, it is credit. The first one is the debit amount and it is the credit amount. And in the middle of the account at top we have to write journal. Okay, so this is the format of journal. Now we have to see whose business is that, because we are doing journal, we are recording transaction, so we have to remember the name of the businessman, that means our business name. Okay, so in the top we have to write the name of the businessman. In the book of the Mr. Mehta or something. Okay, so I have forgotten. So this is the process of recording. First we have to draw journal, then it is the date column, particulars, LF, amount, debit, credit, journal, and at the top of the journal we have to write the name of the person whose business is that, or the name of the business in the books of the Mr. Mehta, or what I have given in the information. Okay, so let's start. So what is the first transaction? So first transaction is that I am writing the transaction here again. Purchase goods for cash. Purchased goods for cash. Okay, April 4. Okay, this is the first transaction. I'm just writing here and for your clarity. Okay, so from this transaction, what should we have to do first? We have to first identify the two main accounts which is affected by this transaction. That means a transaction থেকে আমার দুইটা অ্যাকাউন্ট বার করতে হবে রেকর্ডিং এর জন্য. Okay, so let's find what is the first account. Okay, what is purchased? Purchased means কোনো কিছু ক্রয় করা. So what they have purchased? They have purchased goods. Now we have to know what is goods. So in the first classes I have discussed what is goods. Goods means anything or any article which is purchased by the business for the purpose of resale. That means কোনো সময় business means buying and selling of goods and services. That means যে সময় কোনো suppose আমি অন্য কোনো কারণ থেকে গুডস কিনে আরো কার কাছে সেল করছি, দিস ইজ কল্ড বিজনেস. দ্যাট মিনস ইন অর্ডার টু ডু বিজনেস উই হ্যাভ টু বাই গুডস ফ্রম অ্যানাদার পার্সন, দেন উই হ্যাভ টু সেল দিস গুডস টু অ্যানাদার পার্সন. সো হিয়ার গুডস মিনস এনি আর্টিকেল দ্যাট ইজ meant for resale to again, that is meant for resale to another person. So whenever any business purchase goods, the name of the account first affected by is the purchase account. What is the name of the account? Purchase account, because whenever we will purchase the goods, the name of the account affected by the transaction is purchase account. Okay, so first we have find one account, second one is the next one is the fourth. So by fourth there is no account, and the last one is the cash, so it is the second account. Okay, so we have find one is purchase account and another is cash account. Okay, so these are the two accounts which is affected by the transaction. Now we have to one is purchase account, another is cash account. Okay, these are the two accounts which is affected by the transaction. Now we have to find what type of account is that, whether it is a personal account, whether it is a real account, or whether it is a nominal account. Okay, then we will apply the golden rule of debit and credit. Okay, so purchase account. So when I have classified the accounts, there are three types of account. One is personal account, one is real account, and one is nominal account. Personal account is related to any person, any institution, and any group of person. So it is a Can we say that it is a personal account? No, because personal account is followed by any person, any organization, any shop, any institution, or any group of persons. As it is not matched with our personal account, so it is not fallen under personal account. Next one is the real account. That means all the assets are related to real account. So it is not asset, because whenever we will purchase, that means it is our expenses. Okay, whenever we will purchase anything, when we will purchase goods, it is our expenses. So I think all of you are remember that expenses, gains, profit and losses and incomes are falling under nominal account. So it is nominal account, okay, because it is expenses. Next, what is the cash? Cash means asset. I have rupees 500 cash, it's my asset. So asset is real account, so it is real account. Okay, clear? First we have identified the two accounts affected by the transaction. One is nominal, another is real. It is purchase account and cash account. Now we have to apply the golden rule of debit and credit, because we don't know which one is debit and which one is credit. Okay, so purchase is nominal account. Okay, so what is the golden rule of nominal account? In nominal account, debit means all expenses and losses, and credit means all incomes and gains. So purchase means কোনো কিছু ক্রয় করা, that means আমার খরচ এটা expenses, so all expenses and losses are debit, so it is debit. And now cash. So cash means asset, it falls under real account. And what is the golden rule of debit and credit in real account? Debit means what comes in and credit means what goes out. So যে কোনো সময় যদি আমি কিছু পারচেজ করি, তখন ক্যাশ আমার কাছে আসবে না, asset will not come to us. The cash goes out from my business. Okay, so it is the asset, so it goes out of my business because I have purchased goods, so it is credit. Okay, I will discuss it again, that nominal account, debit means all expenses and losses, so purchase is expenses, so it is debited. And in real account, what comes in debit and what goes out credit. So when we will purchase, the cash goes out from my business, so it is credit. Okay, so now we have identified how we can write. We can write like, what is the date of the transaction? 4th April 2020. What is the first? The debit aspect we will write first, then credit aspect. So what is the debit? Purchase account. Purchase account debit to DR means debit to cash account. Okay, so in debit it is, the purchase account is debit, so the cash account is automatically credit, so we don't need to write CR. Purchase account debit to cash account. And what is the value of the transaction? 7,000. Okay, so in debit we have to write 7,000, in credit we have to write again 7,000. Okay, this is the journal entry. And remember, after every journal entry we have to pass a short explanation, and this is called narration. That means as a student of commerce, I can understand what is going here. That means Mr. Mehta purchased goods for cash, but অন্য কেউ এগুলো জিনিস বুঝবে না, তার জন্য আমাকে একটা শর্ট এক্সপ্লেনেশন দিতে হবে. This is called narration, and it is started by being. Okay, so how we can write? Being goods purchased for cash. Okay, being goods purchased for cash, so we have to write ed because it was done in past. Okay, so after in narration we have to write in past form, so being goods purchased for cash. And after giving one entry we have to close the journal like that. Only particulars column, not amount column, not date column, only the particular column we have to close like this. This is the recording of our first transaction in journal. So what we have done in the transaction, first we have identified the two accounts which is affected by the transaction, and then we will find what type of account is that, that is whether it is a personal account, whether it is a real account, and whether it is a nominal account. And then we apply the golden rule of debit and credit. Okay, let's see the next transactions. The next transaction is the purchased furniture for cash. Okay, so this is the transaction and the name of amount is rupees 3000. Okay, so just look at this transaction. What is the transaction? Purchased furniture for cash. That means Mr. Mehta একটা furniture purchase করেছেন, cash purchase করেছেন, and amount rupees 3000. Now we have to identify the two account heads affected by this transaction. So what is the name of the account? Purchase account. Okay, purchased furniture. Okay, remember the last entry. In last entry, that is purchased goods, and I told you that when they have business purchase goods, then we have to write only purchase account. But in that case, the business purchased furniture. Furniture means the asset that is used by the business. So whenever any business is purchased asset, the name of the account is asset account, and the name of the asset is account is asset account. So what is the name of the asset? Furniture. So in that case, we will not write purchase account, we have to write furniture account. The name of the asset account, because the business is purchased asset, that means এখানে ট্রানজাকশনের মধ্যে বিজনেসম্যান কি purchase করেছেন, asset purchase করেছেন, and the asset এর নাম কি furniture, so it is named by furniture account. So one is furniture account. That means আমরা কি বুঝলাম, যে সময় কোনো বিজনেস asset purchase করবেন তখন ওই asset এর নামে account হবে. Okay, and the next one is the for. By for there is no account, and the last one is the cash account. Okay, so these are the two accounts affected by these transactions. Okay, so one is the furniture account, another is the cash account. Now we have to find what type of account is that, whether it is a personal account, whether it is a real account, and whether it is a nominal account. Okay, so furniture account. Furniture is asset, so personal account is related to person, organization, shop, institution, group of person, but it is asset, so it is not personal account. Next, real account. Real account is related to asset, so furniture is asset, so it is real account. Okay, next, cash. So cash means monetary value, money, currency, so it is also our asset, so it is also falls under real account. Okay, so we have find there is two accounts, one is furniture account and another is the cash account, and both the accounts are fall under real account. Okay, now we have to find which account will be debited and which account will be credited. So what is the golden rule of debit and credit for real account? In real account, debit means the what comes in and credit means what goes out. Okay, so the transaction means ফার্নিচার পারচেজ করেছি ক্যাশ টাকা দিয়ে, দ্যাট মিনস ফার্নিচার আমার কাছে এসেছে, সো ফার্নিচার অ্যাকাউন্ট ইজ ডেবিটেড বিকজ ফার্নিচার কামস ইন, অ্যান্ড যেহেতু ফার্নিচার এসেছে আমাদের কি পে করতে হবে, টাকা দিতে হবে, সো ক্যাশ গোজ আউট অফ দি বিজনেস, সো ইট ইজ ক্রেডিটেড. ওকে, সো উই হ্যাভ ফাইন্ড দিস two accounts. So how we can write furniture account, furniture, we have to write the first one is the debit, furniture account is debit to cash account. Okay, why furniture is debited? Because for real account what comes in is debit and what goes out of cash credit. So when the business purchased furniture, that means furniture comes in business and cash is goes out of the business. Okay, so furniture is debit and cash is credit. And what is the value of the amount transaction? 3000. In debit we have to write 3000, and in credit parallel to this we have to write again 3000. And the how, what next, we have to give short explanation of the entry, which is called narration. And narration is always started by being being goods purchased for cash, but in that case the business purchased furniture, being furniture purchased for cash. Okay, and this is the process of closing the journal. Okay, so this is the system of recording transactions in journal. Okay, I think all of you have find it easy, and as it is the first class regarding recording of transaction, and I have given 5 questions and just show the 2 transactions from that, and I think as it is the first class, so in the next class I will discuss the remaining transaction, and till then you should try it your own. Okay, and if any confusion and any question, then I will solve in the next classes. Okay, so thank you. Thank you.